You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room to be the most powerful. Did you know that introverts, although not the loudest voice in the room, are some of the most powerful world thought leaders and speakers? But how many introverts are truly speaking up and speaking out? I remember being with a brilliant licensed therapist. Grace, she said, I am an introvert and I have my first large group presentation on tomorrow, and I am scared. I could see the fear and the uncertainty in her eyes. Now, you may be wondering, what is an introvert? In the 1900s, Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist, introduced the terms introversion and extroversion. Extroverts are energetic, outgoing, and talkative. They seem free to talk a lot more about their thoughts, their feelings, their ideas. Okay, that's me. They recharge and they draw their energy from being around others. Whereas introverts are more reserved, reflective, they're quiet. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but we, the world, are missing out on all of your amazing gifts, reflections, and ideas that you have because you are not speaking up and speaking out. Now, there are definitely introverts showing up in rooms, getting on stages, and in leadership roles, like Meryl Streep, Mark Zuckerberg, Maya Angelou, Obama. However, there is not enough. As a mother of 3 introverts, an introverted sister, pastor, leaders, and friends, you can imagine I've learned a great deal from introverts. My mission is to support introverts to speak up and speak out because the world needs to hear what you have to say. Now, introverts, I need your full attention here. Imagine with me for just a minute. It's just you and I here. I'm going to share with you 3 quick keys that I believe will support you to speak up and speak out. And if you're an introvert, you can ear hustle. You can listen on in. You can use these to support the introverts around you to use them too. Key number 1, do not skip your recharge time. One introvert's super strength is your quiet time, usually to think, usually alone, so that you can gain clarity and create. We need you to do that. And I can see you. I can see you introverts nodding. I remember knocking on my son's door. Knock, knock. Yes, Mom. I'm here. Are you okay? I'm totally okay. I'm just thinking about a lot of things. As an incredible, brilliant, smart gaming editor, he was fulfilled in his happy place, of course, alone, creating and thinking about his future. So that means introverts, your recharge time is invaluable. Don't feel guilty or shame that at times you'll need to get away and be by yourself. And extroverts, it's okay when they prefer their alone time and want to be by themselves. Renowned Harvard psychologist Randy Buckner wrote this. He says that introverts have a thicker gray matter in certain areas of their prefrontal cortex that is associated with decision making. The same area in extroverts. Tests show that a thinner green matter suggests that we just spend more time in the moment. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean one is smarter than the other. But introverts, what this really means is I invite you to write down your thoughts and your ideas and present in small groups, increasing up to larger groups. Because the future could use your super strength in addition to you speaking up. So don't skip your recharge time. Now, the second key, I love this one, is fostering meaningful connections with those who bring out the best in you. Have you ever heard that opposites attract? Introverts and extroverts can bring out the best in each other. So sometimes we see something in the other that we wish we had or we admire. And perhaps, I like that. I could do that. Some of my introverted friends often tell me, Grace, sometimes I wish I could be more extroverted. And I certainly say, I wish I could be more quiet. Many introverts are married to extroverts, and they're actually best friends. Anybody like that? Vanessa and Serena Williams are. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak. So why is this second key, this deeper connection so important? It can bring balance and be just the spark you need to share, to speak up more, to speak out more. And lastly, key number 3, just be you. Many introverts are misunderstood. Picture this. I'm 5 years old on the playground, and I would be the ones to lead all the games. I would line everybody up. I would teach them the secrets on how to win. 5 years old. Now, my sister, she found an old doctor's note, and it read something like this. Karina is very quiet. She doesn't speak much. Little did they know, she was running around singing everywhere, and she wasn't that quiet. Then the note further says, and this is what really got me, she doesn't have to talk much. Grace, her sister, speaks for her. Through the years, she wasn't that much of a talker. Like many introverts, she may have been misunderstood just because she was quiet. But she was so true to who she was. She was just being herself. So guess what? Not only should you foster meaningful connections, you should just be you. My sister is a noted songbird. She is actually a philanthropist. She's a speaker. She's a powerful woman. And I've learned as an extrovert, for her and me, that it's only fair that she gets to speak her mind as she wants. Introverts, this means we really need your voice, your self-expression, and ultimately for you to just be you. Apply your super strengths. When you do that, you will be leaders of the future. You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room to be the most powerful. You just need to speak up and speak out.